And I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
And we've had this discussion before,
Yes,
but
I
for
know.
those people who don't know, I feel like Goku's a simp, all right? And people can come at me. They can come at me. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I will roll them all.
And hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome to another episode of the Geek Spot with my dear friend and high school classmate, Mr. Zbusiso Margin Zbu Mahlangu. Yes, I will always I will forever call him that. Yes, he
Yo,
used
you
to call
kill me, man.
what?
You kill me.
I know. I used to call you. You used to call yourself Vegeta, but I used to call you Margin Zbu because, like I said, short.
Yeah.
Yeah, like not just any boo, Kid Boo. You're like Kid Boo, persona and size. You're that small and that explosive back in high school.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, that's
Yeah,
cool.
man. Yeah, man.
And how are you today? Welcome to the channel. I hope you're enjoying it.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm good. Trying to stay positive in the things that I'm doing. And I'm just always trying to figure it out. I'm hustling, trying to find solutions to problems, and I'm just working through it as I go.
Awesome.
You know?
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Before we get going, we need to do the icebreaker game. Your icebreaker, it has to be DragonBallz. I changed a few games for other people. DragonBallz is your first and only love, but you're married, so technically your wife's your mistress, so that's why you're still together.
What? Bro, my wife is my first, and now DragonBallz probably comes a good third, and then Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! And what's that other one? What's that other anime one? The one with the guy with the striped shirt? Kenshi. Wait, which one is it? There's a guy with the reverse samurai sword.
That's Rurouni Kenshin. Yes. Oh my God.
Oh, yes.
Oh my God.
Yes.
I remember I used to we used to talk about Kenshin back in the day.
Dude, I used to watch all the episodes back then, and they reminded me of you, the time when you just started with the drawings of your anime characters.
Oh my God, I'm so flattered. Thank you so much. Anyway, before I start getting all giddy, let's get on to the game. I think the first question I asked you before, but I'll ask you again, is would you rather be trained by Goku or be trained by Vegeta?
Without a doubt, Vegeta. Without a doubt, Vegeta. And I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
And we've had this discussion before,
yes,
but
for
those people who don't know, I feel like Goku's a simp, all right? And people can come at me. They can come at me. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I will roll them all. I feel like Goku is a simp, and I'm saying it with my chest.
Oh, God. They're gonna come after you.
I want them to come at me. Look, the guy who wrote the story obviously has
Akira
Goku
Toriyama
as the it guy. Like, everybody wants to be that guy. But without Vegeta, Goku is a standard basic guy. Without Vegeta, you need a Vegeta in your life. You need a guy to tell you ain't shit.
But like I said before in other podcasts, the thing about Vegeta is, yeah, sure, he sometimes does back his vector, but the problem he becomes strong, he becomes an idiot.
Well, I mean, that's got to do with anything. You know that saying, absolute power corrupts absolutely, and that's his downfall. But that is not to say that he has failed. You know what I mean?
He's still
obviously the storyline has to now accommodate what Goku does, and calling on summoning all the spirits and whatever. But let's be honest, without Vegeta, Goku's just a basic Saiyan. And I'm saying with my chest, they can all come at me. They can come at me.
I will respect your decision because I know like 75% of my co-hosts are agreeing with you, but still, No, but I'm not surprised. I'm not
Yeah.
surprised. It's you and Massey. I'm sure Massey's gonna watch this someday, one of these days, and it's going to be
Shout out to Masi. I
yeah.
remember Masi. Shout out to Masi. Yeah.
Massey and you were the biggest Vegeta stands, and I was like, guys, he's a bitch, but still,
And look, you need that character. Like, look, I understand why. I for my own side would go for a person like Vegeta because I grew up a bit. What's the word? Timid, right? Very laid back, very relaxed, and in my corner, I don't think I would ever survive or fight off the enemies that I would have if I had Goku in my corner. Because at the end of the day, he would have fought the battles for me.
you see, this is where
Vegeta would have let me die.
I.
Let's do or die.
Okay, fair
So I
enough.
don't have a choice.
Fair
I
enough.
don't have a choice but to fight my life away, dog. Like if it's to the death, then let me die gloriously. You
Mm.
know?
I,
I mean,
I,
think about it.
I still
Let
want.
me
I still want to raise you the pep talk Goku gave Gohan when he was busy fighting Cell in the final beam struggle. What did Goku
let
say
me
to Gohan?
what did Goku say to?
When Gohan was busy darting himself while busy trying to hold off Cell, and Goku straight up told him, "Would you stop attacking yourself? You
You know
saved
what?
yourself and so many times, and you're gonna do it again right now."
Do you know what I remember?
What do you
I
remember?
remember I remember Krillin getting his ass whooped. And
Yes.
all he said was, "Go get him, Goku." So he's done. He's
Yes,
he's he's he's
yes.
absolutely done. He's finished.
No, no,
You know what I mean? Had
Krillin and
Vegeta been his mentor, Vegeta would have said, "You wimp," and he would have killed him himself.
which is what he
Like, I
did
don't
to
want this guy in my team.
which is exactly what he did to Nappa. So you want to be in that team? Yes.
Exactly. Exactly.
Anyway, let me keep.
Sorry.
No problem. Let me go ask the next question because we are going to run out of time fast. I think
Okay, cool.
we chowed out as much as we can from this movement, this betrayal that I knew
Yeah.
was coming anyway. Okay. Would you rather be absorbed by Majin Buu or absorbed by Cell?
Yeah, Majin Buu.
I agree.
Majin Buu. The
I
marshmallow. The marshmallow. No, I'm for that. Yeah, not South. Nah.
so
That is somewhat disgusting and sad at the same time.
I was about to edit it. It feels like it's sort of like sexual assault
It
because
is.
okay, no, this is a grown up. Kids, cover your ears. Cell's tail does kind of look like a penis.
It is actually.
So,
Not kinda. It does. It does.
so that thing poking and then sucking me dry. It's no. I don't know what the hell. Like the part when I was busy absorbing 18. It looks so disgusting. Ever since then, trauma.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that give me nightmares when I'm trying to sleep. It's like, oh,
It scars you for life. It scars you for life, you know?
yeah. So
So
yeah,
yeah,
no,
margin Spoo any day. And I'm saying margin Spoo on purpose.
yes, because you are Margin Spoof. Yes,
Yeah, so him any day, the marshmallow
yeah.
or the strong one, I don't care. I don't care.
I mean,
Whether it's
what
Kid Boo, I don't mind.
I look if Kid will absorb me, he's turning to Fat Boo. Let's no, I'm
He's
reduced.
turning back
So
into Margin Boo.
no, wait. If he consumed me a couple of years ago, definitely. Now Shem is gonna turn into that buff one. Yeah, that's
Ah,
what's happening.
yeah, yeah, I agree. I
Produce.
agree with
So
that.
anyway, let's get around to it.
Yeah.
I wanted to highlight for the guys, everybody, that you see the background picture right here. That's his brand. He is the founder, creator of the Arnold Von Mash, a fragrance line, is it a men's beard oil?
Yes, men's beard oil, skincare range for men, and then the fragrances. And then also now we've launched house like your scented candles, your diffusers. Yeah, so we're also jumping into like the household now.
Yeah, yeah, he's I think I've told you before that you're my personal Roger Dove, and for all the perfumers out there, they know who Roger Dove
Thank
is.
you.
So
Thank you. That actually touches my softest heartstrings right now. Thank you. I'm very humbled by that.
yeah, because I never. That's the cute thing about what's awesome thing about finding out people that are geeky and me with hyperfixation. When I find something I obsess over, like fragrance, sometimes I'm like, wow, this thing is actually quite complex. And then to find that one
Yeah.
of your oldest friends is also not only is he just passionate, but he went ahead and made it. It's one of those things like, oh crap.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
It's been a long time coming, man. And it's something that I don't think I'm gonna stop. I was actually saying to my father, he went to the Rugby World Cup, and normally he would get me like sneakers and whatnot. I don't want to mention any brands. We don't want to advertise for them. And he asked me, he's like, so what do you want this time around? And I was like, actually, I would like a bottle of perfume. And he's like, what? But you make so many. And I'm like, yeah, I'm looking for something unattainable, something unique, seeing that you're going to be in France. And I mean, France is one of the key places to get unique fragrances, you know?
mm,
So I know he's out there shopping for me and getting confused about the various fragrances, but I'm very much excited to see what it is that he's actually going to bring back home.
mm. That yeah. How did you survive the game on on Sunday? Because everyone.
I was on the edge of my seat. Ooh, but I was happy. I was very happy. I was not happy with the mistakes that were happening, but I was very happy with the outcome.
Mm,
Faf played very well. I forgot this kid's name, the winger, number 11.
Cheslin,
Um, Cheslin, Kobe.
yeah,
Yeah, he played very well. And also Mbonambi just, he just,
and, uh,
I was very much happy.
and
I
let's
was
not
very
forget
much happy.
and let's not forget Etzebeth.
It's
Oh,
about he came in as a substitute and he just murdered everybody.
you know, the, I like what there's a TikTok going on about this kid who mispronounced his name, calling him Elizabeth. I can't stop watching it because he just
You
embodies
must send it to me. You must send it to me.
all
I
the
haven't seen it.
joy South Africa felt at that moment. Yeah, you see, we can even talk about rugby strategies. I know Papi's watching.
Yeah.
He's gonna shoot me in the forehead for knowing that I know about this 7-1 strategy that South
Shout
Africa
out
is
to
using.
Puppy as well. I haven't seen him in a minute actually.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, no, he's doing well. Anyway, let's get back to it. So, Mr. Von
Yeah.
Mash, please tell us the origins of Von Mash, how it started back then when you didn't have a
Yeah.
beard and you're a young kid.
Yeah. So the threefold story,
Hmm.
and I'm gonna try and rush through it now.
All right.
So I was in hostel from primary school up until first year in high school, right? So in primary, I used to steal my parents' fragrances. And I'm not talking about like my pelile, like the last. I'm talking about the whole thing.
Why didn't they kill you?
Because they didn't know. Well, now they're probably gonna know, but they
You're
didn't know
outing
then.
yourself now,
Uh,
years later, when you're safe and you've got a
from
distance.
from my mom's side, it was Christian Dior Poison. Dior Poison.
Oh my
Yes, I
God.
was using a female fragrance. And from my dad's side, I think it was a Dolce and Gabbana light blue for men, if I'm not mistaken. But I had a male and a female fragrance. And funny enough, I used to get compliments when I had the female fragrance on more than when I got the male fragrance on.
That's the common denominator I've noticed in many things. Like that's why for me, fragrance doesn't have a gender. You can't tell me.
Yeah, it actually doesn't. It's just
Yeah.
one is more floral than the other, not to necessarily say more feminine.
Mm,
You know, they
mm,
associate flowers with females, but I mean, there are fragrances that have got floral notes that are masculine or whatever the
mm,
case is, and they still draw compliments.
mm.
So, anyways,
I think
moving forward,
you just to hold up a quick note. You
yeah,
introduced me to that oud fragrance,
yeah,
and I don't care if it's gonna be from a woman's fragrance or a man. I am an oud fan, so I don't care. Come at me. That's why that. fragrance doesn't have a gender. Why should I have to smell like testosterone while you've got
Right,
while you've got bottles that says vanilla, tea tree extract, all these things? No, no, you get your
right.
shower gel, but I have to smell like Cool Rush. What is Cool Rush? Anyway, let's get back.
Ah, you kill me.
Yeah,
So yeah, fast forward. I'm in varsity now, and I think it was my 19th, maybe my 20th birthday. I asked my dad for a bottle of cologne,
mhm.
and he got me some watered down, bought off the street type of fragrance. Right? Excuse the dog barking in the background. Oh my gosh,
It doesn't shock
it's
with
just
you.
going.
It's in shock with you. Don't worry. Like sheep, what?
and
No,
and
he
and
didn't.
I was very much disappointed, because it literally smelled like water.
Wow.
You could smell it diluted down, and it didn't even last that long on my skin. So I think about a year later or 2 years later, I spoke to my mom. I was like, Mom, can you please do me one favor? And she's like, what? I'm like, for my birthday, can you please buy me a bottle of cologne? Which she did, right? And when I smelt it, she bought it like at a much cheaper price, but
Mhm.
she bought it at like these retail stores. When I smelt it, it smelled just like a fragrance that my dad was using at that time.
Okay.
And I did a smell test on him. I was like, yo, I sprayed the one that I got as a gift and I sprayed his one. And I'm like, what does this smell like? And it's like, it smells like my fragrance. I'd given him the test that had his fragrance on. And then I gave him the test that had my one on. And I'm like, what does this smell like? And it's like, it smells like what I have. And
Mhm.
that's when I knew that there was a gap in the market whereby
Yeah.
something was happening. So
You
fast
you
forward,
I think you
yeah,
demystified me when you told me about how these fragrances are created and how they can more often than not overlap.
yeah, definitely. I mean, from my investigation, I found out that the perfumer would say now, for example, you want to make fragrances, right? So the
Mhm.
perfumer comes out with like 10 different oils and it says, Steps, pick one that you want to launch,
Mm.
house house of color right there, right? And you pick one. Say now you pick fragrance number one. Then that guy would come up with the same 10 and come to me and say, which one do you want? And I pick the same one that you do. Guess what? We're gonna be selling the same fragrance. You know what I
But
mean?
but the price
So
points could be
so
as night and day.
the price points can be different. You could be selling yours at 5,000 rand a bottle. I could be selling mine at 30. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So that's when I realized that there's something going on here. And I swear this was the powers that be. All the people that I met at that time were there at the right time to connect me to my now mentor of over 15 years, you know? And I made my first two bottles at that time. And then after that I made another two and I started selling. And now in 2023, I'm sitting with over 600 fragrances and we source the best quality from all over the world.
No, no, that's respect. That's a success story coming from one of my X-Men. I call them weird. I don't like the term X-Men. But yeah,
Yeah, X-Men sounds a bit off.
yeah, but
Current. I want something more current. It must sound as if we're still in existence.
yeah, no, what I want to imply about the X-Men is we are like mutants. We are the geeks, but we are also inside
Oh, you
in
mean
all
the
part.
X-Men? Okay,
Yes,
okay, I got
yeah.
now. Yeah,
We
yeah.
are the geeks, but we're also in part of society. We are in government. We are
Ah,
in the
got
medical
you.
field. We are in business. We are in fragrance. We are in all these things. I want,
Yeah, yeah,
I genuinely want people to know from these interviews and from talking to you that we are everywhere. We are not as alone as we think we are.
yeah.
And
Got you on that.
and now to hear a person who succeeded in making up to 600 fragrances in this country,
Yeah,
mind you,
yeah.
there's this lie that the dreams don't come true in this country. Look at you now, you know.
And my dreams are not even achieved yet, guy.
This is
Like I
not
still
even your
have.
final form. Yeah, tell them.
It's not even my final
Final
form yet.
form.
Oh man, you kill me. Oh my gosh.
Anyway, so everybody has this thing that says that, when you and you related to me the last time is that you once told your mom that you know what you're gonna start making your own fragrances, and literally a few days later you came back with your first oils and said, here you go.
Yeah. It was about when I said it to her.
Hmm.
I think it was within like 2 months actually. When I came back, because I was not staying at home. So by the time I came back, I was like, "Hey, mom, this is what I've made." And she said to me, when she smelled them, she loved them. She became my one of my first clients at that time. She said to me, son, when you said that you are going to make fragrances, I thought you were talking about something that's going to happen in 2 years, 5 years, but you said it like almost now, and here you are with a
Mm.
product, you know? And this was before I did any packaging. I just had the oil concentrates, you know? And I mean, I fell in love with the tips. I had it all over. I would put it on my wrist, put it in my books. I was so excited about what I had created, you know? And now I'm creating it for hundreds of other people. And for me, that is my greatest blessing. I mean, you also a client of mine. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So
And
so so for
shout out to
so
my
for
friends
me,
at FNB because they are the ones who said, "Hey, where is that guy?" Like, which guy? Yeah, that 2 for 1 guy, that one with that one. And I had to go like, okay, let me message him and then give you his contact numbers because
yeah,
if I
yeah,
end up
yeah.
becoming a middleman, I will drive myself insane. Let's let's just, and that's the thing. One of the things about not gatekeeping, marketing teaches you how not to gatekeep.
Yeah.
When somebody's looking for a product or a service, right?
Mm.
You, the instinct, the hustle culture instinctively says, no, you should align yourself to be the middleman so that you can make money from both of them. But the
Right.
bigger reward is actually letting you become the source for them to enrich themselves. Because when they think
Mm.
of something later on that they say, okay, oh yeah, this guy is doing this thing. Oh, he's doing that. They'll think of you. It's like, hey, this guy who helped me out back then is now helping you out. It's
Yeah, yeah.
um altruism is its own reward, but it also
Mm,
benefits you from a
mm.
marketing perspective. That's the wise moment for today.
That is a very wise moment. Kudos to that, man. Kudos to that.
All right, I wanted to ask you, what is the next question I always ask? Oh yes, what challenges did you face with making this product throughout your endeavors in this business?
Convincing people that my product was better than any other product out there. And I'm not saying that trying to chuff myself out. I jokingly used to say, actually, I still say it. I'm the mug and bean of the perfume industry. You know, whatever fragrance exists, I can make it last longer. I can make it more potent. So, trying to convince people that don't buy what you know,
Yeah.
buy what I make. That
Mm,
was that was that was that was the biggest challenge, and it still is to this day. I still have random people who want some. Listen, I'm interested in buying, but are you a scam artist? And then my answer to them is usually, I didn't do this for 15 years to scam people.
mm,
I have history.
mm,
And if you don't believe me, check out on the comment section, check out random people who have been in business with me, and let them tell you how my product is
mm,
and if it's at a good value for money. Because
mm.
if you don't trust me, then that's fine. But I'm sure you can trust the next guy who's been using my product.
And I can vouch for that. Your products do smell divine. I
Nah,
remember,
thank you. Thank
I remember there was a challenge. Speaking of Roger Dove, there was a time there was this fragrance he'd released for 1,250 pounds.
you.
Yeah, I think I'll correct him post. I believe it was Midnight Kiss or something like that. And
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was lucky enough to figure out to learn about all the ingredients and stuff. And then you told me flat out, without breaking a sweat or looking away, it's like, yeah, I can blend that. I'm like, what? Are you aware that this thing is how much? I'm like, yeah, no, I know exactly what to do. It's like,
Yeah,
look at this
yeah,
guy.
yeah.
So,
So can you imagine that shock that you get? Like, wait, I would have spent what? 1,250 pounds is like what now? From almost 20K, 20
Yeah.
something K. And then I'm able to present that to you at what? Less than 10% that. You know what I mean?
Mm. So
Less than 10% of that amount.
it amazes me the amount of skill, and it shows when passion reveals itself, like an artist. When the
Mm.
art reveals itself through what people's actions, what your actions do, it shows,
Yeah,
and that's what people buy into, and that's what people support you as.
yeah, yeah,
And,
definitely.
and this is what the channel is about, is to create this platform to have people like you become known to other people in this country and say, hey, this is where you can get your perfumes and stuff. Because hey, we should we. I was doing a podcast about Kizazi Moto. I think I released it. It was released yesterday. And my
Yeah,
conclusions was support local content. We can't let Disney run away with it.
that is so true. Speaking of which,
Yes.
um, when will you be finalizing all of your comics, or have you already done that?
Ooh, you're talking things now that the things are in the works. I'm cooking. I'm cooking because
That's good.
I was cooking and then someone came and poured water on my fire.
So you
But
turned it into a broth,
so I
essentially.
so I relit the fire, got new firewood. Now I'm cooking again, and things are
Okay.
happening. These are exciting times. Like the
Yeah,
thing, you see the things that I'm not allowed to talk to about right now. But I'm a let when the time is good and ready. I'm gonna spill the tea.
okay.
Anyway,
No problem. No problem.
I
I'll
think
be
we just
waiting.
definitely because yeah, that's the one thing that people have been talking about. When are you releasing this damn comic? And then I have to answer which one. There's more. Yes, and I think I've put you in one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's one of them I
Actually,
put you.
I remember in high school you had me as one of the characters.
Oh
I
yeah,
just, I just,
oh yeah, that one storyline. We don't talk about that. It's. I think
look,
I put up a TikTok of my old pictures, and I almost died of cringe. Like this things keep you humble. You know, when the ego comes
yeah.
run away with you, there's that flip file
Mm.
comes and says, "Pa!"
Well, look, I am excitedly waiting for your release and your launches. I'm very interested in the storylines and the build up because you've been doing this for a very long time, and I believe in the law of 10,000 hours. You know what I mean? You are essentially a pro because I've seen you do this thing. I mean, during your spare time, during my spare time, I was DJing. During your spare time, you were sitting down and drawing comics and writing storylines and all those other things. So I'm very, really excited to
Not,
to 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 see what is it's gonna come out.
I'll level with you and say, not even in my spare time. Like I remember times during class where like this class is boring. Let me just focus on like all my maths books, my English books, the pictures of Goku shooting Kamehameha
I
beams and
remember
giving.
those. I remember those.
I remember there was a two-page spread of a gigantic dragon that I drew on my geography book, and it's the inspiration that created the logo of the House of Hala today. So,
Yes, 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 yes. I
so
remember all those things. Oh my gosh,
yeah, so
wow.
yeah, I've been stealing time to focus on this craft. So yeah, I agree, and I received that blessing, and I received those words. Thank you so much. I wanted to
Sure.
ask, uh, what message do you want to give to those people? Oh yeah, the first, where can people come? Where can people come order if they want to buy?
Okay.
They've seen
If
this, they've
people want
listened
to
to us.
come,
They want the stuff now.
yeah, okay. So on Instagram, I am at Arnold underscore Von underscore Mash. On Twitter, I am okay. I have two Twitter accounts. Nah? I have
Yes.
Arnold underscore Von underscore Mash, and then I have AVM Parfum. So AVM Parfum is the actual business end of my sorry, not Twitter X.
No, no, I'm still
My
calling it
my
Twitter.
X.
Elon,
And
come
then
after me. Even though you crash my laptop so every week, you will not silence me. Elon, he's from Pretoria, my guy. We are both from Pretoria. Can you not can you not listen to his hometown guys and say, guys, that's not how you run a business. Let me calm down.
yeah, not
I'm
at
calm
all.
now. Yes.
All right. So direct line and WhatsApp, it's 081 352-8749. So that's where you can find me on the socials, and then also obviously direct line and WhatsApp.
Okay. And
Not yet, not yet. I just saw it now, but I was also responding to other messages at the same time. But then I saw Elizabeth, so I'm like, that's the
yes,
video that I asked for.
yes.
So I'm definitely gonna check it out.
I was making sure I never forget.
No, but thank you for keeping your word. You know, we don't have a lot of those people. We don't have a lot of those people around, so it's
Uh,
good. It's good to know that someone I grew up knowing is still as consistent as they were then now.
there's a you never understand the importance of certain scriptures up until you live life. Like when there's a say that I am no man that I should fail, or son of man that I should lie. You don't
Mm,
realize
mm.
just how impactful that is up until you've dealt with men and sons of men. That wow.
I've experienced that a lot, but I'm glad that I don't experience that with you. You know, for me, it's always good to know that I know people that if someone says to me, I'm gonna do that for you, I don't have to worry about the possibility of it not happening. I know that come rain or high water, you will make sure that it gets done. You know what I mean? So I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
I'm merely trying to live up to that statement that I created, that I gave myself years ago, that I have come that men might know hope again. And what people don't realize, that hope needs to be on a basis of truth, otherwise it's a delusion.
Ooh.
So
Oh, that is proper. I like that. I
so
like that. I like that.
the first way I can honor my promise to bring hope to mankind is to be as truthful as I can be. Doesn't mean I won't fuck up. I will most
Yeah,
probably, but be as truthful as you can be. Keep being a little better each day in this department, and
yeah. No,
that's how it works. Anyway, where was I? We had this. We had a lunch break? Yeah, that's what I call it. A little tea break. We went out. We are
yeah,
professional. This is a professional interview. I'm like Oprah without the drama. So
yeah.
we have our tea break. We had our manager come up to us, bring us a couple of tea, coffee. What I always want to know: do you drink tea or coffee?
I'm a tea guy.
Of course.
I have
Well,
different.
fragrances, and if you have to think about the thing that has the most fragrance when it comes to a bouquet and scent, it would be tea over coffee.
So
Come
so
at me.
so so here's the weird thing.
Yeah.
I have coffee beans all over the house because of the perfumes, right?
Mm.
But I don't touch them. I only smell them. I don't drink them. I don't crush them. The only beverage that I drink a lot is tea, and I have different types of tea. I have tea from India. I have tea from China. Geez, I will send you my pictures of all the teas that I got in the house.
No, which wouldn't surprise me, because if I remember, you did Afrikaans as a second language. I did Spedi. Two
Yeah,
different
yeah.
things. But there was the one time during your Afrikaans lessons that you had this weirdest project that you had to make like a video or a film like that.
We had a Chinese movie, an Afrikaans Chinese movie. That's what we did.
Exactly. I was about to bring that. I was like, I've never forgotten it. I didn't understand a word you said. But all I remember is that there was a scene in a Chinese restaurant where there was a whole plate of food. You all sat down, the plates were empty. And I was like, this man knows where are Chinese restaurants.
Can I tell you what happened during the behind the scenes of that thing?
Okay, let's hear.
The bull came.
Oh my God.
Bear in mind, we are not working, all of us.
Yeah, kids, of course. They're not even mature.
We are kids, and we went to this Chinese restaurant, and the Chinese restaurant didn't have any pricings next to their stuff. So
What the hell?
we just ordered. And the bill came. Whoo! You know when you feel like a snake queen and you don't know who to call?
When to call, how to call.
Luckily, just then one of the Angelica's boyfriend at that time arrived, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he apologized for being late. I forgot what his job was in that whole thing, but he apologized for being late. And as his apology, he's like, "My apology is that I'm going to settle your guys' bill." And inside, I was like, "Oh, thank
Well,
you, Jesus,"
God came in clutch.
because I was not about to be watching all those bowls for the whole night in my young age because I had curfew. Oh my gosh!
Yo,
Wow!
some
I'm even
memories.
crying. Ah,
What?
I mean, what the hell was I gonna tell my mom? You know what I mean? Why I'm coming home that I had to watch Chinese dishes the whole night because
Yes.
the bill came out and none of us had money. Oh man, you just
You
brought
guys,
back so many memories. Wow.
wow. And here am I just commenting about the movie I remember. Because it's one of those Chinese movies. I think one of the things that stuck out to me is that if we could make a movie that entertaining with at-home technology, what's stopping us now? We
I
keep
wonder. I wonder who's got the tape, man. I need to go see that movie. I need to go see that. I just wonder who's got the tape. Wow, you just brought back so many memories. Oh my
uh,
gosh.
I don't know who are the cast members. It was you, it was
It was Danielle, it was
Danielle,
Twenene, it
Senene.
was Bonita, Angelica, Tulani,
Wasn't Jenna in there as well?
Jenna Watson.
Yes.
No,
Okay, I
I'm
was
not
confused.
sure.
Because
Because all I remember was that I took a bus to to Cape Town to go get the outfits.
yo,
So I left on the Thursday and I went down, I arrived in Cape Town on the Friday. I bought the dresses and the pajama outfits. I'm gonna call them pajama outfits because they were all silk and satin. And
thank
then
God.
Sunday, Sunday I was on my way back. I got back to Gauteng on Monday. And then I went to school on Tuesday with the outfits and we started recording there and then. A lot of things
Dedication.
happened behind the scenes, man. A lot of
Dedic
dedication went into that
uh,
movie.
you know what gets me going is that the things that happen behind the scene when it comes to life,
Nobody knows. Nobody
nobody.
knows about them. People just see the final product and they're like, okay, not
Mm,
bad.
mm,
The work that was actually put into that was immense.
mm.
It was actually a true judge of character. Actually, now that I think about it,
Mm.
you know,
And
we
another
all had to come together.
another thing about it, that work kind of inspired me even more to think, you know what, one day I'm going to have my own damn movies, or am I going to have my own
Yeah,
damn, I'm going to have my own damn animated series out there somewhere. It's one of those things that you just
yeah,
pick up. I always, I don't prescribe to the idea that there's that one moment in your life that you said, oh my God, I figured it out. This is what I'm going to do for the rest of my life.
a
But,
eureka moment. Yeah.
there are lots of hints not to quote Oprah, but Oprah, she says that like the universe first communicates in whispers.
Mm, mm,
And I
mm,
think
mm.
with that your project was one of the whispers that spoke to me that says, "Hey, we can do something like that. It doesn't take much."
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm,
there are others. There's a famous story. I don't know if I spoke it to it here on in an interview with one of my co-hosts, where I told him that I had a sleepover with Massey for the whole night. We were watching Dragon Ball Z, the whole Saiyan arc actually, up
oh,
until up until Vegeta leaves planet Earth. And
yeah.
he famously said, okay, well, it's gonna be famous now. He said, wouldn't it be cool if you were actually characters in this universe? And bear in mind, we went to bed at about 2 in the morning, or 1 or 2 in the morning.
Yeah.
5 o'clock, I was up at the desk with my piece of paper, and I started carving out these characters that I created. I was like, oh, who would this character be in this universe? Oh, he should be like this. Oh, that person
Yeah.
this. Oh, this guy is an asshole. I'm gonna make him like this.
Yeah. Oh man, that's beautiful. That's absolutely beautiful.
That's why one of the things that give me the sense of imposter syndrome is like these guys so many artists go through so many detailed lists of how do they design their characters, and I am the one sitting there like, I just took my friends and family. Like,
And you just immortalize them forever.
yeah, he's cool. You're gonna be this character in my roster, and I'm still doing that to this day. The more cool
Yeah.
people that I meet, the more people are like, do you want to be a hero or a villain?
I remember you once asked me that question. I remember you once asked me that question.
And you chose to be a hero.
Yeah. But then internally, I wanted to be a villain.
Yeah.
It's just that I know villains have to die, you know. So I don't want to be one of those characters that get written off
Yeah, no, no, you
very
want to
early.
that different types of villains, and that I've learned over the years. That much at least I can attest. There's the run up the mill goon, and then um there's the central character. The central character that moves the plot is the villain.
Yeah, yeah.
If there is no Sauron, there will be no need for you to throw that ring into a volcano.
Yeah, yeah,
And people
yeah.
don't understand that how important a villain character is. Sure, he does meet his comeuppance, which is a good. That's what all good stories need to provide. But
Yeah.
if you pay attention, the more awesome the villain, the more compelling the story is. Aizen made Bleach what it is today. Same as
Yeah,
same as
that's true.
Madara, same as Scar in Lion King. Come at me.
Mm, mm.
And
Now I won't come at you because I actually loved the Scar character
mm,
in Lion King.
yeah,
I was it was just one of those. I was like, damn, they depicted an uncle
who wanted to?
so well,
And,
so well. You know, even the sense of humor was just
mm,
coy,
mm,
you know, and well
mm,
articulated. So yeah,
mm.
definitely,
And
definitely.
and the thing, yeah, you're bringing back so many memories from high school. Because now I'm remembering, I actually did write an essay. Terrible, my handwriting was always recorded Jesus, but still, the handwriting that was defending villains in the stories, like you guys aspire to be heroes, but heroes always wait for
Mm,
something to happen to them to make an impact in the world. A villain is just a
mm.
hero who got sick and tired of waiting for fate to call them and decided to go
Ooh,
after their
just
ambitions.
to do something about it now. Yeah, that
So,
is so true.
wow.
That
Okay,
is so
let's.
so true.
Wow. Okay, this is our deep hour with with the geek spot. And
Oh wow.
I wanted to ask the last and most important question, which is, there's someone now who just watched our little talk and is inspired with what you have achieved, be it the
Yeah.
movie, be it the Von Mesh, and I just wanted to highlight your dedication to making that movie, kind of translated to your dedication to what you're doing with the Von Mesh brand and how it reflects on your social media and how you treat your customers now and how you handle problems nowadays. I
Mm,
think
mm.
people don't realize when you take L's in our youth or take L's in life in general, that just that's a word. Everything is a gift and an opportunity. We just need to learn how to unpackage it.
Oh yes. I see that all the time.
Mm,
Um, as I said to you, I mean, I spoke about the car going up in flames today, and I mean, I did not panic, and I know that. And I'm not saying that my wife is weak or anything, but she's got a very, very soft heart. And I know that in the same situation, she would not have handled it with the same finesse and calm that I did. I don't have a panic bone in me, right? The moment something disastrous happens, I go into Zen mode, and I'm just trying to literally find any glimpse or any opportunities for me to capitalize on. And I've always had that character in me, you
you
know?
quite literally Lao Tzu reborn. Have you
Yeah,
have,
yeah.
have, you know about Lao Tzu before I start going on?
Yes, 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 yes. I do, I do, I do.
Yeah, so you're just basically embodying Lao Tzu. It's like, wow, yeah. Because I think one of the things he says about basically, to summarize it, don't cancel me, China, but basically, shit happens, but how you respond to shit is up to you.
Is it and it actually defines you at the end,
Yeah.
because obviously in any circumstance you will reflect. You
Mm,
don't have a choice.
mm,
You're gonna sit down and think about it and some, heck, could I have done it better? What could I have done differently? And how do I feel about the decision that I've made?
mm,
So taking that into account, even with what happened today, I was able to say, I'm glad that it happened to me.
mm.
to save my wife from the trauma and potential suffering thereof. You know what I mean? Because I can handle that stress in my own way. I'm not saying much better, but I can handle that stress in my way. And my way is always that calm, collected way. There's nothing outrageous that happens. You know, people could have been screaming at the top of their lungs, and I'll just be the most quiet one, but I'll have complete control of my situation.
I'm not gonna say it now. I'll save that for later. Because it does remind me of someone. Anyway,
Yeah.
I just wanted, all right, finally, let's ask the closing question. Someone is inspired
Okay.
by what you've communicated today. And what message do you want to give to them with regards to them pursuing their dreams? Because who knows, there may be another 8-year-old child sitting in Shoshanguve somewhere who's stealing his mama dad's perfumes or makeup, or who's reading the magazines underneath the mom's magazines underneath the bed because she doesn't want to clean the house. She wants to read. What message do you want to give to that person?
Yeah. The message is very clear. Don't stop moving. Don't stop moving. There's this analogy that I used to teach, is that still water is dangerous water. And by still water, I don't mean bottled water. I mean water that lies still
Stagnant.
is very dangerous. Stagnant water is dangerous water. As long as the water is moving, then all is good, you know? And that goes the same with the person. You don't stop moving. If there's an obstacle that comes in front of you, you find another way around it, or under it, or through it. But whatever it is, you do not stop moving.
Brilliant, brilliant.
Yeah.
Don't stop moving. I think that will be the episode, the heading of this episode, even though we went through so many deep things. I think the amount of people who've quoted who, if they end up watching these videos, are gonna come after us because what the hell? It's gonna end up being a high school reunion. Oh yeah, I was
Yeah.
supposed to. You know what? I'll put it up because you are the one who actually designed the matric jersey emblem.
It was myself and Sonene. I can't take all the credit. It was myself and Sonene. Yeah.
People underestimate just how creative you guys actually were back then. I was just a guy who just drew his comics in the corner. When someone designed a logo, I always refer them to you as like these guys. Like, let them the graffitis, the everything.
No, but you can't dim your light, man. You cannot dim your light. I mean, if people could see the amount of work that you did in your textbooks and in your school books, the details. I mean, I didn't know the details that went into drawing a dragon. I mean, you put scales on your dragons at a very young age, Tebello. At a very, very young age, you sat down and you scaled, like individually, you scaled an entire 2-page dragon.
Right.
And then you went and put mesh on the warrior. The warrior had a mesh. I remember that, had a crest and a mesh and a helmet. And you went to go put details of chains on the mesh.
Oh yeah.
So you cannot dim your light.
I am not. I'm just saying we all have our creative potential, and yours was
Okay.
certainly a force of nature, just as much as
Okay.
mine was.
Yeah.
Yes. I like comparing my friends and I. We like to say we're like Motown Records in this country. We are all trying to build each other up. If the if there's a like Motown Records, if there's one awesome song, you'll find out that this other artist was doing backup vocals in that song, or this person lines.
Yeah.
Because for them, the art was more important than the actual the like hyping themselves up to say that this is my record, or I've made platinum, triple platinum, whatever. The hyper competitiveness doesn't exist. It was just people expressing their art. And I just wanted to say that you guys designed that logo. You guys were super creative, film making all these crazy, all these beautiful things, now making perfumes. 600 fragrances is not a small number. Guys,
Yeah.
So you guys have come far, and you've always been a source of inspiration for me in regards to that. Like people are pushing, and
Yeah. No,
I'm
thank
pushing
you for that.
too. So that's a
Yeah,
beautiful thing I've learned from yeah, from all the way back then. Oh,
yeah. It's
so
been many years. It's been many, many, many years.
and which is a blessing. You know, people
Yeah.
I don't fall under the group that of people who dread growing old. Um,
Mm.
thanks to anime and old kung fu movies, because the old kung fu master is the strongest guy. And I
Yeah.
also want to
Yeah.
become the great and kung fu master who throws his student down a cliff like very cool. That,
Yeah. No,
that's
I
me.
absolutely get you.
So,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
when we have years on our pocket, it's a mark of we've survived. We
Mm.
There are not many of us who are with us today who can say the same thing. Not many of us
Yeah.
who've gone through COVID.
Mm.
Uh,
Mm. Mm.
and here we
Mm.
are. We not only did we face it, we've come through it, and we've survived, and that's our blessing. Anyway, this message today is just once again, keep moving. Oh, I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Which is funny enough. Use the quote that you also once gave me years ago, or did I give you? The many
You
conversations.
gave it to me, I think.
Yeah, that
I think I think you gave it to me, yeah.
Anna, Albert Einstein once said a message in a letter he wrote to his son is that life is like riding a bicycle, my son. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. And that
Mm. Mm.
on that note, I think we should close. Thank you so much for your time. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Uh, go if there's any brand I want you to guys support is the Von Mash brand. Go and buy his stuff. Go boost this business. This guy, like I told you, if he's the Roger Dove of South Africa. He's I want his brand to become right there next to Bo. What's this? Hugo is too common. That's why I'm talking about Roger Dam, like Hugo Boss and everything
Yeah.
that are used. Yes, Chanel number 75 million, they're used, but I want you to have that same level of exclusivity in that it's our brand that you're offering to the
Mm.
world. And
Yeah. Yeah.
this is the guy I'm very sure he can make it. So go and support you guys. Thank you so much for your time. We'll see you in the next one. Peace out.